it's Erica. Welcome back to Maniacal Reader. Today I'm going to be showing you my August T.B.R. I have like 10 books on my T.B.R. I know that's crazy, and I know that I won't get to all of these books this month, but I'm having a hard time deciding what to read. I know that there are 3 or 4 books that I definitely want to read this month though, so I'll go ahead and show you those first. The first book I want to read this month is The Kill Order by James Dashner. This is the 4th book in the Maze Runner series, and I checked this book out from my library. The next book I want to read is The Fever Code by James Dashner. This is the 5th and final book in the Maze Runner series. I'm in the middle of reading The Death Cure right now, and I'm really enjoying it, so I'm really looking forward to finishing this series this month. Next up, I have The Secrets We Keep by Tricia Lever. This is the YA contemporary mystery standalone. This book is about 2 twin sisters named Ella and Maddie Lawton. Maddie has always been the popular girl at school, and Ella has always lived in Maddie's shadow. But Ella has never been jealous of Maddie. One night, when the twins have an argument, they get into a tragic accident, and it leaves Maddie dead. When Ella wakes up in the hospital, her loved ones believe she is Maddie. She feels responsible for Maddie's death, so in a split-second decision, she decides to be Maddie, and everyone believes her. Now Ella is caught in a web of lies, and she has 2 choices to make. Whether she wants to live her own life and tell everyone she is actually Ella, or continue to live her twin Maddie's life. This book sounds really intriguing. I've never heard of a book like this before. I know that this book is a contemporary, but I think there is a heavy mystery element to it. And I believe there are certain things that Ella didn't quite know about Maddie's life, so I'm looking forward to reading this book and getting into it. The next book I definitely want to read this month is the New Adulting Central pick for the month of August. However, the group hasn't voted on a book to read this month yet, so I have no idea what the options are or what book we'll end up choosing. When I do have that information, I'll probably put it on the screen. But if not, you can hear my thoughts on the book we pick in my August wrap-up. Other than that, I'm not really sure what else to read this month, but I did want to mention some series that I'm considering reading this month. I just can't decide between any of them. The next book I wanted to mention is Breathe by Sarah Crossan. This is the first book in a YA post-apocalyptic duology, and it follows this world where, ever since the switch, oxygen levels have plummeted and most of humanity has died. The survivors have been living in a glass dome filled with manufactured air. One of the main characters is Elena, who's a revolutionary and part of the resistance, and she believes the resistance can save the environment. There's also Quinn, who's a premium, who's never had to worry about having enough air. And there's also his best friend named B, who's never had anything to worry about except having enough air. When these 3 characters cross paths in the Outlands, all of what they believe about their world will be shattered. This sounds like an interesting post-apocalyptic story. It definitely sounds like a survival story, and one I'd be interested in reading. The next series that I may pick up is Tempest by Julie Cross. This is the first book in a YA sci-fi trilogy. The year is 2009, and the main character, named Jackson Meyer, is a normal guy except for the fact that he can travel through time. However, when he does time jump, nothing changes in the present. Him jumping through time has always been harmless fun. Jackson is in college, and he has a girlfriend named Holly. His life seems to be going okay, until one strange day, 3 strangers come and shoot Holly. Holly is fatally shot, and Jackson makes the decision to go back in time to try to save her. When he does time jump this time, it's not like before. Jackson finds himself stuck 2 years in the past, in 2007, and these strangers have come back to try to kill Jackson as well. Also, the enemies of time are after Jackson. So Jackson has to race against time in order to find a way to save Holly and to get himself away from these enemies and these strangers that want to kill him. This sounds like an intriguing trilogy and a really exciting book. Next up, I have The Distance Between Us by Casey West. This is a YA contemporary standalone. It follows this girl named Cayman Myers and the fact that she's always been told by her mother that rich people can't be trusted. However, when she comes across Xander Spence, that belief is challenged. She knows that she shouldn't get involved with Xander because he's rich, but she finds herself growing feelings for him. And Xander proves that being rich isn't a character flaw, especially since he's loyal to her. This sounds like a cute contemporary and one that I would enjoy. I've never read a Casey West book before, and I hear a lot of people love Casey West, so I want to check out one of her books. The next book I have is Thoughtless by S.C. Stevens. This is the first book in a new adult romance series. It follows this girl named Kira. Kira has been in a relationship with her boyfriend Denny for 2 years. And when the two decide to move to a new city to start a new life together, everything seems to be going okay. Denny lands his dream job, and Kira starts out at a top-notch university. But when an unforeseen obligation forces them apart, Kira is devastated by this, and she finds herself seeking comfort from a local rock star named Kellen Kyle. Kellen and Kira start off being friends, but as her loneliness grows, so does the nature of their relationship. This sounds like a good new adult romance. I've heard this is a slow burn romance, but it's also one of those new adult romances that's deeply emotional. This book is also one of the books on my summer T.B.R, so I might check it out this month. It sounds like a good series. It's been one of my new adult priorities for a while. The next book I might want to read this month is To All the Boys I've Loved Before by Jenny Han. This is the first book in a YA contemporary series, and it follows this girl named Laura Jean who has crushes on guys who she writes letters to, but she never sends them. That is until her letters get out, and that's when her life changes. I've heard great things about this trilogy. The third book in this trilogy came out a couple of months ago, so I've been wanting to read it since then, and discovering what everyone is talking about when it comes to this trilogy. The last book I wanted to mention was Did I Mention I Love You by Estelle Mascamy. This is the first book in another YA contemporary trilogy, and it follows this girl named Eden Monroe. Eden Monroe came to California for a summer of sand and beach fun, and she thinks it's going to be a great summer because she can forget the drama back home. But that's not what she gets. She lives with her father, who she hasn't seen in 2 years. She meets a new stepmom, and she has 3 new stepbrothers. She has a room right next door to her new stepbrother named Tyler Bruce. She's never met someone who infuriates her so much and has an ego the size of a mansion. But when they're thrown together a lot, his group of friends drag her into a world of rule-breaking and partying. Even though Tyler infuriates Eden, she finds himself feeling closer to him. It seems a relationship blossoms between these two characters. Laura from Lovely Like Laura recently read the third book in this trilogy, and she has loved it, so I assume I'm really going to like this trilogy as well. Those are some of the books that I am hoping to read in August, and just some of the books I've been thinking about lately. I've been in a sci-fi mood, but I also want to read some YA contemporary since I hardly ever read that genre. And since it's summertime, I thought it was a good time to read some YA contemporary. That's all for this video today. Comment down below and tell me what you're planning on reading in August. I'd love to know. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one.